And welcome back to Daily Wrap. I'm Joe Concha, joined by my co-host, Rick Unker. And filling out the panel tonight, Higby Hirschfield. All right, we have some breaking news on Bill Cosby. We'll go to the guy who has the law degree in the room. Apparently this happened during a deposition, and it's pretty big, Rick.
Yeah, it's now coming to light that in 2005, Cosby gave a deposition in a case where he admitted to buying Quaaludes and using Benadryl to knock out at least one woman. This was the woman who was suing him. During the deposition, Cosby said, and I will read it to you, that he had purchased the ludes with the intent to give them to women, plural by the way, to women he wanted to have sex with. He also said he had given Constant, who was the plaintiff in this case, 3 half pills of Benadryl.
That picture's perfect that we have up, by the way, right now with this. With reading this.
Now the case was settled, so we don't know what the settlement was, but you know, do with that as you will. But that's certainly not good news to come out for Bill Cosby, is it?
Rick, I don't think that in the court of public opinion anyway, that anybody's really giving him the benefit of the doubt.
No, nobody wants to, and probably with good reason. So.
Carl.
Liberal logic, he's still on TV and Dukes of Hazzard is not.
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting.
Cosby Show wasn't pulled
Wait a
by
minute,
Nick?
why is that liberal logic?
Because, I mean, look...
I disagree with pulling the other show, too.
You're not going to pull the black guy off TV, but you're going to take the time and tried and true,
Where is he still on
great
TV?
rated... I was flipping through the channels the other night, and he was on. I was like, what? I mean, he was on in the old sweater vests and things like that, but... I mean,
Cosby Show you're talking about.
Cosby Show you're talking about. Bill Cosby was on TV.
I agree with you that that's wrong. I do.
Yeah.
But I'm not buying this.
Give me
liberal
back Dukes of
logic
Hazzard.
thing. By the way, I know the president of the company who owns those shows. Yeah. He ain't no liberal, so it's not liberal logic.
It
is wrong.
Why are they not crying for him to come off the air?
You're right. It's wrong.
They were crying for the Dukes of Hazzard to come off the air.
Well, I don't think anybody really was crying for that, but it happened, and it was stupid.
There wasn't any public outcry for the Dukes of Hazzard to go off the air.
Oh, there was a very small but loud minority from the liberal side was like, oh, it's got a Confederate flag on the roof. We have to get rid of it. It's Southern pride. It's gone.
Hey, dude, I'm in the union. I get the emails, and I never heard the cry.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen tons of Facebook posting, tons of Twitter. Oh, yeah, absolutely. People wanted
I've seen it
gone.
since, like, oh, you know, this probably is a good thing that we need to erase it from all memory.
No, it was, but that's what they do. That they have these very small minority. As in the liberal, your people. They'll shout out and they'll scream from the high heavens, and then everything has to change because they're offended.
It's unbelievable. I still can't get over the fact of my favorite show growing up, but now I have to. I could watch it on YouTube.
I was a bigger fan of the Jessica Simpson remake.
Were you really?
Really?
It's my time.
Yeah,
because he's young.
Good
point. Still appreciate
Jessica
older
Simpson
good
really.
Wasn't Stifler in that?
Stifler and Johnny Knoxville. It was great.
we're
Moonshine,
now
Jessica
going to have
Simpson,
a conversation.
We are really drifting here,
Dukes
guys.
of Hazzard
Let's get back to some substantive point. I'm
Yeah,
a fan
quickly.
of neither show. The idea that Dukes of Hazzard, I know, horrible, apostasy. The fact that that show was pulled because people lost any sense of context around the Confederate flag is beyond crazy.
Yep,
It's just beyond crazy.
Biggest overreaction of the month, no question
agree.
about it. Anyway, let's shift gears, shall we? See how I did it? The Clinton campaign finds itself on the defensive over the way it tried to control press access at a 4th of July parade in New Hampshire. You have to see this. Reporters were literally lassoed. They were surrounded by a moving rope line to keep them away from Clinton as she interacted with the crowd. Here's how a Clinton spokesman explains it.
What we tried here was, you could do a thing where you preset press along the way, and we said, let's just have it be open. That's how we did in other parades, and see what happens. And I think I wasn't there, but I saw some press reports that described it as chaotic. And so they put the rope up to keep so that the parade could continue and she could be able to talk to voters.
Rick, the dreaded O word has reared its ugly head. That even liberals, no one can explain this in any capacity. This is a seasoned politician with the best team in the business, apparently. Well, no, she ran for president in 2008. She won the Senate. What I'm saying is,
a seasoned politician would know better. You would think, unbelievable.
There's a precedent too. You could put people in the back of a truck, basically, like they do during the marathon.
You don't even
just
have
film
to
it that
do
way. You're done.
I don't know how to break this to Hillary Clinton, but there's actually been politicians who have walked in parades before, and they found a way to deal with the press without using rope to lasso them in. Here's how it works, Hillary. Should have come up again. and you won't have to send me a check for this. You talk to the press before the event, or you talk to the press after the event. You make that deal with them so they'll let you walk in the parade. It's been going that way since parades and politicians began. This is so outrageous and so embarrassing that it's actually funny.
It is funny and
funny
sad.
is one word for it. I only have one disagreement with you on this, and that is that talking to the press before and after seems to be as objectionable to this candidate as anyone else.
Talk to the
So
press at
there's
all.
no possibility that she
agree.
can follow your advice. I want to add another O word to this, and I think it's why she should be nervous, because she really doesn't get it, to use a phrase that she likes to use. And it's not optics, it's oligarch. Hillary Clinton believes that she is entitled to the presidency. And that's why she cannot imagine that engaging the press or the public meaningfully is actually part of this process. And that's what she's going to get caught by every single time.
I don't think
every
that's
time.
true. I don't think that's true. And by the way, Jessica Palmieri, who we just watched on TV, she's got experience of this. She was head of communications in the President administration. She worked in the press office in the first Clinton administration. She knows better. Hillary's not listening.
Here's the thing about Jennifer Palmieri. I don't think she realizes that there's Instagram and there's YouTube and there's all these social media mechanisms that this got out in a hurry.
She comes off
and
arrogant.
all their campaigns
Very
that might not have happened.
We'll have a conversation about
ahead.
her after.
Very arrogant. She comes off.
Hillary or Jennifer?
Hillary.
Okay, so what do you think about Hillary Clinton lassoing reporters? Well, go to newsmaxtv.com/comments. Oh, by the way, Hillary is doing her first major interview
Tomorrow.
on CNN.
At a rodeo?
And the the
softball
interviewer, Breonna Keller, just happened to attend a wedding of a top Clinton aide. So it
Softball
already
questions.
stinks to high heaven even
That's
before it
unfair.
goes.
That's unfair criticism.
Okay, let's
People have
continue it after the
friends.
break. I'll let you get a shot in there. So speaking of the break, we'll be back in just a moment.